presenting a film for Boxing Social and associated with Empire Fight Store and Our Kings. Adam Smith, who just saw Ekow Essuman upset Josh Taylor here in Glasgow. Unanimous decision. Give us your thoughts on the fight. Did the right well, man?
Yeah, he did. I just been to see him in his dressing room. Big smile, chilled out. Yeah, I thought he won it down the stretch. You know, that was where the engine took over. I thought Josh boxed really well at times early on in the fight. Cameos of what we all know how great a fighter he was, which took him to become, you know, the undisputed champion at super lightweight. This was tougher up at welterweight. He picked a hard guy. I thought he had the speed on him and the rhythm at the beginning, Josh. But Ekow is dangerous with that right hand, and I just felt as the fight went on, it was a case of a physically strong welterweight who was just throwing more, and Josh he didn't throw enough. I think he was probably tiring down the last few rounds with the weight, I guess. I haven't spoken to him, so I'm not sure. But yeah, look, I thought it was close after about 9-10 rounds, but Ekow had won 3 or 4 in a row and continued to tick those 3 minutes off, and yeah, he finished so fresh and strong, didn't he? And looked like he could have done another 3 or 4. But yeah, Ekow Essuman was the right winner. Whether you had it by 2, by 3, by 4, somewhere in that region, but yeah, he definitely won the fight.
You know, the questions now are going to be, is that the end for Josh Taylor? I'm obviously very fresh, but what would you like to see him do next? I know it's, again, as I say, very raw coming up.
Yeah, I mean, look, there were times in there where I thought he boxed really well, but it's a 12 hard round, 3 minutes hard fight at welterweight, and that's tough. Now, I think at this stage of his career, he's 34, he's done everything. He's one of the greatest fighters that we've ever seen. Yeah. Certainly Scotland have, and you know, this modern generation, he's been unbelievable, and the way he's won those belts as well. Look, people tell me that he thought he might have won the fight. Maybe he'll have to look back at it. He felt he won the first Jack Catterall fight. I remember being in here and being in the press conference afterwards, and he said he thought he won that one. And look, boxing's subjective, and when you're in there, obviously it's different to when you maybe look back at it. But I mean, I think we were all in agreement that Ekow won tonight. So for Josh, look, he just has to have a thinker, and he'll make the right decision. He might want to continue. It wasn't a performance where you thought, oh, there's nothing there for Josh Taylor. There was plenty there. Yeah. I just thought it was Ekow Essuman's night, and maybe it was too hard a fight at welterweight on that first one. Inactivity as well, been difficult for Josh. Not many fights in the last 3 or 4 years. The 2 losses, now 3, and if you look at the Catterall first fight, you could say that's 4 losses in a row. I mean, Josh is a proud guy. He's done everything in this sport. He doesn't need to go on, but he might still want to become a 2-weight world champion. So he'll need time just to think about it, and he'll make that decision with him and his family. And yeah, I heard Carl and Barry both thought it was probably time to hang up the gloves, but that's his decision. It's not for us to say. I thought he boxed well at times, but Ekow deserved the win.
And we'll leave the final word with Ekow. What would you like to see him next? Is it just the biggest fight possible? He's done it all, domestic level, European level. Is it time? Can we roll the dice for a world title shot?
Absolutely, I think so. He's 36. Yeah. He looks like a 26-year-old, and why not? I think he deserves a world title opportunity. I'd love to see it in Nottingham. Obviously, Jimmy Gill, we lost recently. It's a great fight city. We just saw Lee Wood lose there, and if Lee carries on, and yeah, you've got Ezra as well, and obviously a world title fight for Ekow. We could fill that arena up again, and yeah, I'd love to see Ekow have a homecoming in Nottingham, a bit like I'd like to see Anto have a fight in Belfast, a big fight, and I think Ekow deserves a world title shot. And yeah, I mean, he's as good as he's ever been, and that was the biggest win of his career. So he says that Frank Warren's the GOAT, and he'll sort it out. So I guess Ekow's just going to chill out and wait and see what happens. But yeah, he deserves it, I think.
Adam, appreciate the time as always.
No
Safe travels home from Glasgow.
Thank you.